Hi everyone, Tuesday the 10th of June. I'm just going to show you around my garden at home, show you what I've got going. I just want to say a big thank you to all the comments on the potatoes. I had some really nice comments. I always get nice comments, but you know, I think I've done really well on the potatoes, so thank you. And thank you for Paul. I always call him by the wrong name, but thank you for Paul at Cats for pointing out my mistake with the Lindsay Delicatesse they're called. People have been asking this, and the first potatoes that come out are called Lindsay Delicatesse. And the second ones are called Done Loose, which are an Irish potato. Okay, but enough about the potatoes, I'm going to show you around at home. Okay? Right, all my lettuces are doing absolutely fantastic now. Little Gem, Lola Rosso, and these are called Unrivaled. Now then, look at this one here that's come up. Now that's not bolted or anything, that's just literally a lettuce that's not the same as them. I'm assuming one of the seeds have got mixed up. But yeah, so it's nice actually. We've had a try of it. Bit more rocket, a few more radishes. One of my fennel bushes has collapsed because it got that big. Now I'm going to reorganise all this next year. So what I've done with the fennel is I've pulled it out. Now in the midst of winter, when these are all skeletons and look like nothing, when you rearrange them, you don't realise how big they get. So believe it or not, there's chives in there that are just getting absolutely drowned by everything. So I'm going to move everything here. If you remember, this is where all the parsley was, and the parsley did not fire at all. It was all yellow and rubbish. So it's all this and this are just going to become permanent herb beds. So the likes of the thyme, the oregano, that's all going to come here. So I'm just going to leave that with nothing in this year. Tarragon's looking good, mint. Now these are the only thing that's missing off the allotment now is my brassicas. So I've got some Nero di Toscana and I've got some Romanov red summer cabbages. So they're to go up and they will fill the last bed. I've also pulled a lovage bush out as well because again it was too much. Look at it, it's nearly 5 foot tall. Again, you know, you don't realise how tall these things are going to go. Now then. Dale Calder was asking me, is this the same stuff as what they use in cocktails? Now, for the sake of the camera, I'm going to cook. I think they call them. Dale was telling me, so I'm going to see now if this is the same stuff. Dale was telling me that they call these celery straws, and they use them in cocktails over the pond. So I'm assuming, Dale, if you can get that. That is the same thing, yeah. It's hollow, so I can imagine that that can be used as a straw. So is that a celery straw that you use in cocktails? And I must admit, they smell gorgeous. You know, I can imagine that in a Bloody Mary. Okay, right. Now then, I think I've made a bit of a boo-boo with my gooseberry bush. I assume that gooseberries grow on this new growth. Or do they grow on old growth? Because if they grow on old growth, I've had it because I didn't trim it back, so I need a bit of advice on that if anyone's got any. I've got some eggs in there that I need to collect, something that I always miss and I always forget to show you. Oh, by the way, Susan Rogers wants to see me with an axe breaking all these logs down. Pumping iron. I'll get my axe on them, Susan. I might do a video for you. Okay, right, the bay tree flowered earlier on in the year, and it's put out all, see the difference in the colour of growth, it's put out all this new growth and it's flying up. I always worried that that would struggle where it is, but it's not, it's done really well, and it, you know, it's happy because it flowered and then I thought it was going to produce a berry or something, but it's just produced loads of new leaves, which is good. Hey ladies. Okay, right, the chicory, I've got some birds pecking away at it, so I've got to put a net on this because it's come too far for me to replant. So I'm going to put a net on it. I have put some straw under the strawberries now because they've all started swelling up a bit. Got no red ones on yet, but I'm not expecting anything big off them this year because I've never done well out of them strawberries. I'm going to rip them up this year and plant new ones in that top bed up there. Lettuce box. Right then. Start of the show. Tomatoes. Just a quick update on the toms. Sun Gold, as always, way ahead of everything else. I've got trusses and trusses starting to set now. Obviously 3 sun gold there, looking good, getting some height on them as well. And I've also got one here, look at this, double whammy. If you see that, let me see if I can get it. Oh, it's always difficult to do this. Right, if you see that there, let me move that. Is that the one? There you go, yeah, see, it's a double truss, it's a single truss that's come up, and a double truss is set from it. See it? Now they normally give about 20 tomatoes per truss, so I don't know how many I'm going to get on that one. Plenty on, plenty on. And look what I've done, absolute disaster. I've snapped the top of my, well, halfway up of my, one of my Alicantes. This is the other Alicante, which is obviously a lot taller. But luckily, again, if you see that, that is a side truss. So I'm going to let that grow, and I wonder, I don't know if anyone's done this before, if I can then grow that side truss up and therefore get a bigger plant, because I've only got one set, I've only got one truss on it. Oh, there's 2 actually. Sorry, I tell a lie. Look at all them beauties, and I like Alicante, so that's something to watch. Isn't it? A nice experiment. All flying up again. Bottom trusses are all starting to set, so I'll start feeding these soon. But I'll do that in another video to show you what I do about feeding. Again, some lovely ones, and the bad boys here, the beefsteak. Look at them. Give you a little bit of see how big they are. They're not massive, but they'll do. I'm leaving 3 on per truss, so anything, see, 3 each side I'm going to leave. I'm not going to, I tried to grow masses of them last year. So what I'll do, for example, if you see that, there's 3, I'll cut a few of these little ones off. I might cut a few off there. So just so I get a chance to grow some proper big beefsteak tomatoes, because they say that they are the most difficult ones to grow, but I've never really had any trouble with them. It depends on what size you want them, really, doesn't it? Okay guys, that's it. Very quick update again. Thank you for all the potato comments you've all left. It was funny actually, some of them, as always. And I will leave you with a shot of my beautiful lilies that are about to open. I think you can see when they start opening because of the colour, but look at all them. And these are all different types of lilies, so there'll be loads of beautiful colour. Okay guys, that's it, and I will speak to you all soon.